This is Emmanuel, and in just 3 weeks, he found the deal of a lifetime, negotiated an offer, got it accepted, found the EMD from a third party, me, and then found the buyer to sell it. Now, how did he do all of that? He's a member of the Flip Flop Flipper Apex community. And inside of Apex, he was able to find the buyer who's an operator. He was able to find someone who wanted to put up the money, and he's got the deal of a lifetime done, and it's going to make $40,000 on his very first deal. So if that sounds good to you, and you want to be like Emmanuel, comment Apex, and I'll send you the link.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Night Live. Dad, we've got 7 people watching us. Oh, yeah. Hit the like button, guys. Also, put in the chat, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. For those of you guys that are new, that haven't seen this before, we do a live real estate Q&A. We'll answer any questions you want about how to scale, how to flip more properties, how to find properties, how to know what a good deal is, how to make an offer, heck, how to dial your phone. I'll teach you how to do it. Just put it in the chat there.
Very nice.
That's
you know
good.
what you said, though, we talk about every week, what's a good deal? And yesterday I was having a conversation with Anna, who's in our Apex community, and we were just going through what the offers should be, and I realized it takes so many times for us to say it before things start to click. And for us guys, it's just second nature, right? Like if I show up to your house, I'm looking at it, walking in the door going, okay, what do I think the top value is? Let's multiply that by 70%. And then as you invite me in and I'm walking around, I'm looking to see how many repairs it needs. And then pretty quickly, I'm going to have an offer for you. But that's because it's second nature for me. And I've been doing it for 28 years almost now. So I really do hope that the people who come week in and week out will start to make offers, and it'll start to become second nature for them as well, right? Like that's the idea behind the Monday Night Live. It's really the idea behind everything that we do. Like we're looking to help you guys to become real estate investors. And if it takes us telling you exactly the formula that we've said again and again, ask the question. We're happy to do it because it's that important. So, and I think it's true of anything. I know if McKenna or Adon try to teach me how to do technology, they got to teach me 10 or 15 times before I figure out the simple stuff. Yep. So I get it. All questions are good questions. So somebody's from Dallas, Texas.
And he's watching in Luquillo, Puerto Rico.
Wow. All right.
I wonder if he's staying at your old hotel.
I know. Where are you staying? We used to have the surfing turtle there in Luquillo. We love Luquillo. I don't have anything currently that we own, but when we first came to the island, we invested pretty heavily there.
Obed's watching from Orlando. I'm streaming from Orlando. Matthew's got our first question, and it's, guys, I promise this is not a placed question. I didn't tell Matthew to ask this. He said, what's the price of Apex now? Apex, for those of you guys who don't know, is our premium group membership. It gets you more meetings like these. Actually, not like these. They're Zoom calls, face-to-face. You get to talk to us. We're doing partnerships in there. There's been over 100 deals done in that group where people are partnering together. People are lending money to each other, finding properties, getting real estate done. That's all in our Apex group. And I know you're about to think that it's $1,000 a month. It's not. It's $127 a month right now, Matthew. I'll put the link in there for you. And again, I didn't ask Matthew to ask that, but great.
And guys, we didn't just raise the price of Apex because we thought, it's a good thing to do. We actually raised the value. So we try on everything that we do to give as much as we can. And now with your Apex membership, you're invited to be part of our Go High Level, which is a CRM, and we believe it's the best CRM out there on the market. And what you have access to will allow you to scale your business. And so as a part of Apex, you get this. If you did go and get this same level of the CRM on your own, it's like $300 to $500. So you get it for free as a part of the Apex community. It's tremendous value. And we hope everyone who's in our premium community starts to use these tools, because scaling and saving time, I mean, that's a big part of being an entrepreneur. So that's how the price got raised. We're now giving away something that's that would otherwise cost like is it 500 or 300, McKenna? I forget. But.
It's 500 for us, 300 for them if they wanted what they're getting from us.
Okay.
Which is basically, if you guys are familiar with high level, we are giving away the highest tier that you can get. You have everything unlocked. Obviously, you still have to pay high level for some stuff that they charge you to text and email and all of that. But everything they have released, you get as well. Which a lot of
people we've gone through and built it out specifically for entrepreneurs and real estate investors to track our style of business.
We have another good question here from the Note Doctor. I wonder if they know Mike Rusica. Note Doctor, if you do mortgage notes, reach out to me. I'm going to have 40 mortgage notes in Louisiana that I need to sell. And I'm looking to work with brokers. I'm looking to sell to private people. These are great loans, 70% loan to value, residential, 30-year AM loans, no balloon, that kind of thing. Reach out to me in school. I'd like to talk to you. But their question is, how can you find reliable, reputable contractors in Puerto Rico?
Reputable contractors in Puerto Rico. Boy, trial and error. And I don't mean to be like short with it. The hardest thing to do in any setting is to answer, where do I find a reputable contractor? Because reputable contractors who are reputable for me may or may not be reputable once I pass them on to the next guy. And contracting is a difficult business. So it's a difficult part of the equation for us. For 28 years, I've been fighting to find contractors, and I am inevitably always looking for the next guy, right? And so we were very fortunate when we came to Puerto Rico that we had been working with a guy, Luis Martinez, who is a Puerto Rican guy in Florida for a year before we moved to Puerto Rico. And after we were here for 6 months, he moved back to the island, and he's been a cornerstone part of our business. And he enables us to be able to keep the plywood in front of all of these jobs that we're doing. He really is amazing. But that's not the easiest thing to repeat either. So I think through groups like this, through the local RIA, any place that you can network with other people who are doing the kind of thing that you're doing and asking the question that you just asked is your best bet. And what I like to do is when I see a job site, I pull over and I go walk on the job site and I ask the contractor to show me around. And if I think their work is good, then I try to get their number and I invite them to come and bid out one of my jobs. So that's just something that's a trick that I've used for again, 28 years now. Pull up on a job site, walk through. The contractors are like, they want to show you their work. And if you think their work is good, then you want to get their number.
Yep.
And the best way that you can know that someone does good work is by actually looking at the work that they're doing right now today. So I hope that helps.
Another place you can find a lot of people, but you can't tell what their work looks like. Home Depot in the morning. Look at the people that are buying a bunch of material and say, hey, are you a contractor? You'll get a lot of phone numbers that way, and then you can start that conversation. Just like real estate, you got to go and talk to a lot of people. You got to have a lot of conversations. And that's how you find the best of anything, really. Deals, contractors, hard money lenders, whatever it is. It's going to take you work of having conversations with people and putting in the effort to get to know them. And in the case of contractors, to have them come bid out the job site and see the work they've done. Next question. Emmanuel says, what's up, guys? Nothing much, man. What's going on with you? Video One's checking in from Colorado Springs. Hey, Dad, can you hear us still? Looks like he's having some connection issues. Jose says currently in Dallas from Loquillo. Oh, you're in Dallas and you're from Loquillo. I see. Jay Fernandez says W. Awilda. Hey, everyone watching from Irvine, California. Awilda is flying out to Puerto Rico, guys, to come to our networking event, which is very exciting. So what we're doing is we're having a live in-person event at our McMansion tour. It's not my McMansion. It's Robert's McMansion. It's a property he's been renovating for 2 years now, and he's turned it into a $5 million really nice house. And this is kind of the first look at this property. It's just a networking event. We'll have light drinks and snacks and get to know everybody. But we're inviting people we do business with. We're also inviting our Apex group. There is an Eventbrite if you guys are interested in coming to that and checking us out. Let me see if I can find the list for it. I'm searching here, guys. Eventbrite website. Anyways, though, so you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be exciting. People are flying in for it. People that are flying in, if you need places to stay, let us know. We have a few hotels, and we're going to be putting people in them. Where is the link? Sorry, guys. Manage my events. Come on now. Having internet issues. It's going slow. Okay, here it is. View event, 37 people have RSVP'd. I hope you guys will be one of them. I'm going to put the link right here in the chat. Let's see what else is going on in the questions. Jay, how's Miami? Good to see you, man. Emmanuel says 127 is a bargain. I've paid 3,000 and learned less. Kim, thanks for watching. The Note Doctor, how do we connect? I put the link to the free community, the Flip Flop Flipper Real Estate. Join the community and send me a DM and we'll talk. I've got 40 notes in Louisiana that I need to sell for those of you guys that didn't hear me say this earlier. So if any of you know anyone in Louisiana that's looking for first position, home buying notes, I'm looking to sell them. So join the community, send me a message, and I need some help. I've never sold notes before, so I'm learning just as you guys are learning. Yenica says, have you been able to take advantage of Act 60 now or in the past? Asking because I'm thinking of staying here in Puerto Rico for good, coming from the mainland. We're actually not a part of Act 60. When Robert, and I'm in Florida, so I'm really not a part of Act 60. But when I was living there, I was not a part of it. And then Robert, when he moved to the island, he was told that because he was doing on-island real estate investing, i.e. fix and flipping, rentals, that the Act 60 wouldn't really apply to what he was doing. Now we think that's actually not true. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You got to find the right people, the right, what are they called? Hustars, the right lawyers to set up your act. And something that I've heard of people doing that we're not personally doing is they'll set up a management company. And hey, guys, welcome back. They'll set up a management company, and we can't hear you.
You can't hear us? You hear us now?
Oh, now I can.
Okay. I don't know. I've got this little microphone on. Is it working?
It's working.
It's working.
No,
it's working. You guys are back. So yes, we're not a part of Act 60, but I do think it's a great program. What do you guys have any
question about Act 60 for personal net worth or Act 60 for tourism?
I believe Act 60 for personal net worth.
Yeah, Jenica, it's something that you should sign up for sooner than later because they keep messing with it, and every time they change the rules and the regulations, it gets worse. So you're better off getting in early. Get in as quick as you can, and then it'll be retroactive to as soon as you've made the application. And if you're a part of Apex, Alan Domacy is in there, and he is a part of Act 60, and he has a lot of good information. He's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this stuff. So someone told me all of your clients, customers, tenants have to be people from the mainland. How would one even make that work?
No.
It's news to me. Yeah, so you're talking about export services, and I don't think that you have to have 100% of your clients be mainland, but you want to be running a business that is exporting things to the mainland or managing a business that exists on the mainland. So if for instance you are a successful business and Then you'd set up a services business that would start managing the business that you currently have in the States. And you'd pull off your income as a management company. And that's where you'd pay the 4% corporate tax.
Adon, you might have to tell everyone to get off the Wi-Fi. I think you guys are cutting in and out still. Go tell the household to turn off their laptops.
Do you want a charger?
Joshua says, I look forward to working out there. Nancy says, my oldest son is a licensed contractor in Florida. Would his license work for him in Puerto Rico? You would need to get local licensing. But I do think it's very achievable to do that. If you've already done it once in Florida, you can do it again in Puerto Rico. And honestly, are they transferable? Do you guys know?
I don't think they're transferable, but I think what you'd do is you'd show up to the island, you'd start working under someone else's license, and then you'd go get your license. And again, you're right. If you've done it once, you've done it in Florida, you're going to be able to do it again here. And it'll just be a matter of taking the courses and passing the test or whatever you have to do. But if you have a licensed contractor in Florida who brings his business to the island of Puerto Rico, there's every opportunity for him to make a ton of money, because just like we talked about earlier, finding credible and reputable contractors is a struggle wherever you go, but it's a big struggle on the island for sure.
Yeah, and I would say it's better to come here and work for somebody else for a little bit and see if you actually like it, because it's very different style of work down here compared to what he might be used to, instead of wasting the time and getting the license.
I think anybody who's going to come to the island should come to the island and see if you like it.
100%.
Come for a month. If you like it, come for 6 months, and then if you still like it, then buy a house, and then jump in.
Go for 100%. Yeah. And there's 45 people watching, so I hope there's 45 likes. I don't want to check YouTube because we might lose signal again. Please.
We're going to lose internet if there's not 45 likes, guys. It's really, we're powered by likes.
Hit that like button.
We're powered by song.
We are at 13 likes, not even close. Guys, come on, hit that like button. Nancy also says that they will be at the event with their son. Can't wait to meet everyone. Nice. Nancy, looking forward to it. That's Brandon Soul says, hey, Robbie and McKenna, I've created a platform to house any investors and contractors on the island. If you know any you'd like to add to the list, let me know. It's based on a rating system, and it's free.
Oh, so cool. Like a, what did you used to call it? There used to, like a Yelp, yeah.
Yeah, like a Yelp or an Angie's List or something.
Like a Yelp or an Angie's List, exactly. Sounds like what
Brandon, that is incredibly valuable. I'd love to check it out if you can send a link, and we'd love to look at it. Joshua McCleft says, on the PR Consultants website, there is a duplex in Trujillo Alta for sale, owner finance. Is that still available?
Oh, shoot. Joshua, I don't even know when we created that website. I think McKenna did it back before COVID.
Yep.
I would imagine anything that's on that website is long gone. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but if you're looking for that kind of product, though, if you want something that's owner financed, I think your best bet is to reach out to Adon or reach out to Emmanuel inside of Apex.
I told him about Santa Rita.
Oh, you've been speaking to Joshua?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh, good.
Is Joshua
Wilder says they can't wait for the
got my number somehow.
All in Maintenance and Caulking says hello.
Okay, I like the name. All in Maintenance. We love it.
Yenica says, oh, we already spoke about this one. Sorry. Todd Robertson says, what kind of taxes do you pay on rental income from your properties in Puerto Rico? Same question for capital gains on flips. That's an excellent question, Todd, and you're going to like the answer.
Yeah, Todd, this is an excellent question. So there is something for long-term rental income on the island of Puerto Rico. We call it, for lack of a better name, Law 132. It's not an act. It's probably not a law. It's like more like a statute 132. It's been in existence since like 2010, and they just extended it to 2040. And what it says is that anyone
who has long-term rental properties, that means that someone rents a property out to someone to be their primary home, that income is tax-free or a non-taxable event. And all you have to do to qualify is just put it on your tax return that you got that income as non-taxable rental income. So any of your local accountants would be able to help you to do that on your local Puerto Rico tax return. It's the best kind of income because you don't have to pay tax on it. So it's awesome. And capital gains on the island, I'm pretty sure it's still 15%, which is pretty good, right? I mean, so that in the States, I think we were 22%. I don't know what the big beautiful bill, what that's done for capital gains, but the last time I knew for sure that capital gains was anything, it was 15%. And I don't think it's changed.
Oh shit!
What?
Got this dumb cat in here.
Oh, so we've got a wild cat in here. My wife likes to collect cats and find them homes. So
is there a new cat?
well, we
They're
end
not
up
nice
we end
looking
up with the
cats
ones
either.
that aren't adoptable. So we've got the three ugliest cats on the island of Puerto Rico.
100%.
Monjay is a very beautiful cat.
Monjay's the only good-looking cat.
Manjay's
but-
messed up his face though. He's got a cancer on his nose, and
Monjay looks
Yeah,
like
he's
Robert
ripping
Pateau
his
right
nose
now.
off. Yeah.
Just doesn't heal.
So
Todd
my wife
a
has though
follow-up-
successfully rehomed 13 cats. And
Nice.
we've only had to keep 4 of them. So that's 17 cats that she saved,
It's a good number.
and 1 dog.
Todd has a follow-up question. That's
Do I have to
amazing.
be
Do I have to
based
be
in
based in
Puerto
Puerto
Rico
Rico to take advantage of Statute 132? No long-term tax on long-term rental.
Yeah, so Todd, I am based in Puerto Rico, and so I have local banking and I pay local taxes here. If you're not paying a tax return in Puerto Rico, it's not going to be a non-taxable event. So it's a Puerto Rico tax that you're not having to pay. So I would say yes, you need to be based here. I would think, but don't hold me to that. Check with your accountant.
Could you have a Puerto Rico-based company that
And
banks
live
in
in the
Puerto
States? I think you
Rico?
could. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
and
so.
keeps the money in Puerto Rico until you need to pay someone or something.
Or just keeps the money in Puerto Rico. So what we do is we take the income, we put it into our Puerto Rico business, and it flows through to our Puerto Rico personal bank account. And then at the end of the year, when we file our Puerto Rico tax returns for the business and for us, it's non-taxable. We do have other income that we have to pay taxes on, and then you have to also then report your income back in the States on the tax return you do there. And I have a business there as well, so it flows through, but they double taxation. So if you've paid tax in Puerto Rico, then when you get the money on your foreign earned income, you're not paying double tax. Hopefully that's helpful. So yes, McKenna, I think the answer is you could be based in Texas, have a Puerto Rico LLC, and the money would be non-taxable.
Man, if
and
you
then it
do
would
that-
flow through onto your U.S. tax returns.
Call an import-export. Call it an import-export business then?
Why would it be import-export?
Drop down to, well, you're not paying any tax on long term.
Yeah, you're not. It's better than export services.
Yeah.
It's better than export services because it's no tax on those terms. So, but guys, I'm no accountant, and my God, I don't even balance my own checkbook. So you guys do not take my word for it. I'm just some guy on the internet. I tell you what we've done and what I think I know, but please, by all means, check this out and don't do anything that gets yourself in trouble. I've got a business partner that dots every I and crosses every T for me, and I just create the havoc for him. So
It's true.
that's how my
Absolutely.
life goes. What is Estorbo
Owalda
Público?
asked, "What is Estorbo Público?"
Adon?
Those are properties that are repossessed by the government. What do you call blight properties?
Yeah.
So after a while of no family members show up and taxes get back, you get back taxes and you stop cutting your grass and all that type of stuff, then the public will put a notice on your building, and then after that they'll repossess it and try to sell it back to the public. But those buildings are really tough to get into.
It's a really long process.
So
Each mayor and every municipality has got his little kingdom there, and they can basically hand these things out like candy at Halloween to the people that they feel deserve them the most, or whatever is going to help them politically the best.
yeah, this process compared to like going to foreclosure sale, the day we win the bid,
Yeah.
we pay right there and then, and we get access to the property. Estorbo Público, they require you to give 100% of the purchase price, and then wait a year to see if you can get the property, because in that year, what they're
Hey
trying
guys,
to
I
do is
gotta take this call.
put announcements out there to see if some dead relative or someone shows up to come back and reclaim the property. And then after all that process, you get your money back. And if you give them the money, you probably might have to wait 2 years to see your money.
We tried it. We had 6 of them under contract for about 6 months. We were told it was only going to be a month long process. Not give 100% of the money, but I did put a deposit out there on the properties. And after 6 months, I just got my deposit back.
And he's one of the
That
lucky
was
ones.
5 years ago.
We've heard horror stories
Oh,
of
yeah.
people doing
Yeah.
this and they get nothing back. And we're talking about not 10, 20
Yeah.
grand, like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So be careful with that stuff. Make sure you're doing that. If you're going to do that, do it with someone reputable. If not, if you have that type of money, just go to the foreclosure sale.
Well, and here's the thing. Puerto Rico's relationship island. So
Yeah.
the only people who I've heard of successfully using Estorbo Público have connections in whatever municipality is that they're working with. And so if you know someone, maybe there's a deal. Caution you even on that though, because I have had lunch conversations with at least a dozen people who say that they have the connection and that they're going to get these houses, and it never materializes. So
I got it. Just give me the money.
yeah,
No.
so be careful with it. It's great if you can get them, but I'd sure hate to try to make my living buying Estorbo Público houses.
My God, we'll never finish. Thanks. I appreciate the advice from Nancy. Let's go to Jay. Robert, I think you mentioned Act 132 for long-term rentals in PR. Can you describe the property when you file your U.S. tax return?
The property?
Can you?
The process?
What does it say there?
Can you? Oh, can you depreciate? Okay,
go.
yeah. So
I'm blind.
no, and this is a great question. This was one that I asked because I was like, oh, we did not think we would depreciate, and we did not depreciate our properties while we were taking exempt rents. And if the process had ended, which it was set to sunset, it was going to end in 2025, then we would have stored up this depreciation and started depreciating next year in 2026. Luckily, they have extended it through 2040. But I specifically then this year, when they extended it, looked into it. And from what I can tell, from what I read and from what I've gathered from my accountant, we are not able to depreciate these assets. So while we're getting exempt rent, we cannot depreciate.
Yep. That's Live says 43 souls watching on YouTube. That is not correct. 56 people watching on YouTube.
Woohoo!
56 likes. It would help us out a lot. Aisha would love to go to the event. If you're an Apex member, you're more than welcome. Nothing is charged to you. If you're not an Apex member, we encourage you to become one. And if you don't want to, we have an Eventbrite out there with the link. And once McKenna comes back, we'll put the link back in. So that way you can come and participate. This event's open to everybody, exclusively for Apex members, but we want to open it to, like Robert likes to say, his Rolodex. So we want to invite everybody and anybody that means something on this island, so you guys get to all meet them.
It's going to be an excellent networking event. I think I'm praying that we're going to be like at least 99% finished with our big, beautiful house. And we'll be able to show you before and after.
Trump can get the bill passed July 4th. We can get the house done.
But one thing I know for sure, no matter what, we're doing the event on the 19th. So even if you get there and the house is still a construction site,
we'll give you a hammer.
It is what it is.
We'll give you a hammer and a hard hat.
Pool won't have any water. It's fine.
I'm thinking of going to the event with my wife, figuring out logistics. Definitely come. We'll see you there.
McKenna, do you want to post the Eventbrite and the link for Apex?
Yes, people asking for it.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're not a member of Apex, I think it's a nominal cost, a couple $100, right? If you are a member of Apex, it's a part of being a member of Apex. So
Yeah. And guys, it's cheaper to join Apex and pay for the month and get everything
valuable.
than it is just to go to the event. Hint, hint.
Much more valuable, for sure. The Note Doctor, has the power grid improved in PR compared to everybody else? Yes.
I would say the power grid has improved immensely since I arrived on the island. So I've been here for 7 years. The first 2 or 3 months that I arrived, the power had been out for 6 months, and it really didn't come back on for a lot of the island until about March of 2018. So I think the power was off for like 8 or 9 months back then. And now we have this new company running the power grid. They're called Luma. It's a big controversy. Like the people who were in the government company called PREPA before hate Luma. Luma hates PREPA. There's constant battling. I'm pretty sure both sides sabotage the grid. I wish that I could say that the power grid is perfect, but I think that part of the allure of Puerto Rico is that you never know when the power is going to go out. It could go out for any reason at any time, and sometimes goes out for no reason at all. Is that right?
I haven't relied on the power grid since I was born.
Has it really been? So I've been here for 7 years, and when we first came, it would go out every few days.
Yeah, but you came after Maria.
After
it got worse after that.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Growing
It was
up,
really bad.
Growing up wasn't terrible.
And now it only goes out sometimes once or twice a month.
There you go. Jay, Christy, and I will fly out to the event. We can't wait to see you here, guys. Nancy, repeat Brandon's comment. Brandon, once he puts the app thing here in the comments, we'll show it to everybody. Ruben says aloha.
Aloha, Ruben. You guys that are flying in for the event, I mean, that's amazing. I can't wait to meet you guys. Does anybody need a place to stay? Like if you're looking for an Airbnb, I checked and we don't have a ton of availability, but if anybody hasn't booked an Airbnb yet and you want to maybe stay in one of our properties, reach out to me on School and I'll send you what we've got available.
Jenny says, I gave my first offer $150 on a distressed hotel listed for $350 in Broken.
And where?
I guess that's in Florida somewhere.
Boquerón.
Oh, Boquerón. Boquerón. Oh, Boquerón. That's with a Q. Just blocks from the main street. They didn't accept it. My first no and 100 more to go. That's the way to do it.
Love it.
That's the way to do it.
Don't be discouraged.
More than half.
Let me ask.
That's a good offer, probably.
Yeah, I love the offer. Asking 300. Let me give you 150. Okay, half price is great. Did they give you a counter offer at least? Maybe. I mean,
Let us know.
That would be tremendous if you started the conversation, right?
The Note Doctor. Boricuas are leaving due to lack of jobs. Who are you renting to? Boricuas.
Yeah, so I love this question. Thank you, Note Doctor. So yeah, Puerto Rico.
Hey, say that again, guys. You're cutting out.
For a decade.
Hey, guys, say that
For a
all again.
decade before Hurricane Maria. So I mean, my gosh, can you hear me now?
Just start again.
Start your question over. Go ahead.
You're not moving.
Yeah, stop.
Can you hear me? Okay. So
Yep.
the island has been losing.
You're good.
That's a good
You're
question.
good.
I know.
All right. People have been leaving the island for over a decade. Like the last 15 years, they have what they call a brain drain. And the young people, like Adon, have left the island to go to the mainland for more opportunity. This is not a new thing. This is not a phenomenon that just started last week or even last year. This has been going on for a long time. And only recently have we actually seen people starting to come back from the mainland to the island of Puerto Rico because there's finally an upward trajectory in the economy here on the island. We're seeing wages grow. We're seeing businesses start.
But to answer your question, who do we rent to? When we do long-term rentals, we're renting to local Puerto Rican people. When we do fix and flips, which Adon and I are now doing pretty regularly, we're selling to local families who are going to call these places home. So the myth that the island is losing its population so fast that there's nobody here to rent or to buy, it's just wrong. There's actually a housing shortage on the island.
Big one.
There's a big housing shortage. 250,000 houses are needed to meet current demand. And then the other myth is that these outsiders are coming in and buying up everything. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's only a few thousand people that have moved to the island for what's now called Act 60 and taking advantage of these credits or these systems that allow them to pay very little in tax. So it's hard. It's a what do you call it? It's fake news. I think it's fake news. So, and I deal with these comments every single day where they're like, "Oh, you're the problem. You're causing all of the young people to leave the island, and nobody can afford anything, and it's all Robbie Krager, the Flip Flop Flippers' fault."
We need to figure out how to put sound bites in here of Donald Trump saying fake news. All right, next one. Todd. Wow, that's amazing. Do I have to be based? Oh, we already went through that one. Edith from Florida. Hello, Edith.
Edith, good to see you.
Emmanuel Baxter will eat the cats up. We hope so. He hasn't done it yet.
Adon's dogs.
I'll bring my dogs over. They so far are 17-0. None of the cats have been able to kill my dogs, but my dogs kill all the cats.
Oh my
man,
it's not great. A good thing.
It's great when the neighbors.
The cats are safe now that you live in a penthouse.
Yeah, the neighbors were great. That's amazing. Thank you for rescuing the Santos. That is great.
You know, that's one of the things that we've enjoyed doing. My wife in all of our automobiles has cat food and dog food, and we're constantly pulling over and feeding the strays no matter where we go on the island.
Yep.
And then every once in a while, one of them is smart enough to get in the car with us, and then we find them a home.
Yep. Todd
Guys,
says,
he almost got a very cute German Shepherd puppy just 2 or 3 days ago.
That's true.
Yeah, I would have been trying to find a home for him.
And
we used to do the breakfast club at our house, and we would give cats away as like a door prize. Like, hey, welcome. Breakfast is free, but you got to take a cat.
There you go. Todd says, thank you very much. Yeah, I was thinking of the same question. McKenna probably set up a PR LLC and then wait to distribute it for sure. It says, I need a link for the CRM. McKenna, help her out.
You're going to set Edith up?
Yep. Edith, I will reach out to you sometime this week. And keep checking your email. It should be from a no reply email. It'll say something like access to the Flip Flop Flipper CRM, something like that. Those of you that have received the email that have found it, put in here what the subject line is.
Jose says, bought my first property here in Dallas, Texas, 2020. COVID through FHA, got $80K in equity, want to buy two homes in PR to rent them out. Should I pull from my equity and get a conventional loan or get a conventional loan?
Either one, Josh. Is it Joshua?
Jose.
Either one works really well. I mean, so in Texas, you could do a line of credit and then you could pay it up and down. If you want to set it up that way, it's great. But either way, I mean, tapping into that equity in Texas is far easier than borrowing money on the island of Puerto Rico. So if you've got $80,000 in equity, that probably could get you one rental house here.
Yeah,
and maybe two. But
it depends.
And if you're able to get debt on the island, then it could definitely get you two.
Yeah. Mike says, wow, thanks for this Estorbo Público horror show. 100% all we've heard. I was really interested in it for a while, but once you started hearing those stories, you're like, I don't know.
I mean, some better people than me have tried and failed with it. I also tried and failed, but I didn't try super hard. But I have some friends, McKenna, you remember Brenton, he went down that rabbit hole for 2 or 3 years. And
yeah,
I think they were looking at hundreds of them and got none. Maybe they got 1 or 2. So it was a long, painful experience that didn't pan out, wasn't profitable for them.
Yeah.
I did recently, did I say this? I had someone comment that they had just bought a Restorable Publico. And so then I commented back, who did you know? And he commented back, I'm friends with the mayor. So
There you go.
that's about right, you
That
know?
makes it easy.
Yeah.
And
That'll do it.
All in maintenance says, how does it work purchasing a home that is Fannie Mae house? I've seen that on a few listings. I think Fannie Mae is what?
Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, it's a government-backed loan. It's conventional
first
or
responders and
oh yeah, so they do those auctions. Yeah, they're first out there to school teachers, first responders, and nonprofits. The same as they
And
would be a
federal
HUD
workers.
list. HUD foreclosure list. So those are just government-backed loans that were foreclosed on, and now they're on those lists. And you buy them through a realtor here on the island. The system is basically the same as buying a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or a HUD home back in the States.
there you go. Rodolfo says hello.
All right.
Hello,
Hello.
Rodolfo.
Looking to purchase
Lamb
property
USA.
in downtown Ponce. Need a hard money lender on the island.
Yeah, Lanya, is Lanya a part of any of our communities?
Lamb.
Huh?
Lamb USA. Lamb. LAM.
Oh, LAM, Lamb USA. So McKenna, invite Lamb to come to
Apex.
Apex, and
And
there
Lamb,
are
we
hard money
do.
lenders inside.
Lamb, we have on Tuesdays a deal analysis live show where people are looking to invest. They're looking to do loans. That's tomorrow. If you join Apex, you're able to come on tomorrow evening, present your deal, and then we have people watch that are interested in investing. They're interested in doing loans. So we'd love to have you come on the show and see if people would be interested.
How many likes do we have, McKenna?
We
So I can
have,
check on my side.
let me hit refresh, 30 likes.
My
Wow,
God, there's
that's pretty
51 people here. How can there be 30 likes? We're gonna end it. We're gonna end it now.
30 likes is pretty good.
No,
but we'd
it's not
sure
good
like
enough.
it to be 51 likes.
It's not good enough. Rodolfo just want to learn. That's great. You're in the right place.
Yeah, Rodolfo, ask all your questions, Rodolfo. Whatever it is you're trying to learn.
What's the dress code for the event? And
We're the flip-flop flipper, baby. The
just
dress code is casual.
comfortable and bring a bathing suit. We'll all dive into the pool at the end.
Oh, that'll be a fun picture.
Yeah. Also waiting on request for WhatsApp. Edith, you're in there. I approved it.
Oh,
Here's the Eventbrite link, guys. Click on that if you don't want to join Apex. I'm just telling you, for the money you would save, the value you get from joining Apex is more than what you're just going to get at the one event. But that's just me. I'm a little biased. Here's the Apex link. Can I bring a guest with me, Nancy? If you're an Apex member, of course you can. The last time we did a bus tour, we had to be the guesting because we were renting a bus and all the people were counted. This doesn't matter. We can pack the house.
We've got a big house, guys. We've got a big house right now. What do we have? About 45 or 50 people that we know are coming.
Yeah.
And there will probably be 100 people at this event, I'm guessing.
Besides the people we're inviting without.
someone just texted me a question. This is a tough way to get your question answered because I usually wouldn't see it, but it was a good question. They said, "Hey, McKenna, I'm going to be out of the country during the event, and this is an Apex member. Can I send someone in my place with my ticket?" And I said, "Yes. Buy the ticket under their name with your Apex code, and they can have it." What do you guys think about that?
There you go.
We made the decision
I
live
love
on air.
you guys. We're accommodating. We want you to come, and if you can't be here, send someone. Hell yeah, let's do it. Send high quality people though.
Yes. Yeah, no losers. Come on.
All right, who's next? Keep them coming, guys. Great questions tonight, by the way.
When doing long-term
fun.
rental, how much liability do you have, and how do you protect yourself from renters not paying the agreed payment of rent? I hear that's an issue.
Contract.
So you have a lease, right? And they're obligated to pay. If they don't pay, then you evict them and you throw them out of the house. You can, as a landlord, go after them for future earnings and wages and things like that. You can get a judgment. Guys, I've been doing this a long time. I've never done that. I don't think I've ever even seriously considered it, even though a couple of times I've been really irritated with the tenants, and I wanted to, right? But it just hasn't been worth it to me to do that. So you protect yourself through having insurance, you protect yourself through having a well-written lease, and if you have to, in the worst case, go through the full eviction, then you have a lawyer who will handle the eviction for you as fast as possible. If you're in the States, you can do it yourself, a lot easier than you can here on the island of Puerto Rico. But it's not super difficult. We've had a couple of times where we've evicted people over the years on the island of Puerto Rico, and it's 45 to 60 days to get it done. I think we could do it a little quicker than that in Florida.
Yeah, it's slow here. Before we move on to the next one, I just want to let everybody know, if you're an Apex member, join the WhatsApp, because most of the communication that day will probably be going through that chat.
For that day?
For that day, for the event. If
Yeah.
you want to meet up on the pre-party event, which is 6:09, I think,
Yeah.
or whichever one we pick, then you want to be paying attention to the chat. So if you're not in, join now. I'll be there for sure. That's good. Jeannie, no counter. That will move on, Jeannie. You got 99 more calls to make.
What? No counter, Jeannie. Well, what I would do is you have that on your CRM and you're tracking it. And if you're able to follow up and see if it's still for sale next month, then resend them your offer. I like to play with them a little bit. So if I do that and it's for sale 30 days from now, I'll probably lower my offer by 10%.
There you go. Mike says, come on, guys, like this video. Please listen to Mike.
Mike
He
is a
is
wise guy. You know, I mean, I think
100%.
if you hit the like button, you're better looking and smarter.
There you go. Joshua said, my mom left in the 70s and she's moving back at the end of the month. Congratulations.
You see what I'm saying? People left the island for other opportunities, and now they're finally coming back.
There you go. We got Brian says, Robert, no flip-flops today. No, it's not.
No.
This place would look like a murder scene.
No, I'm good.
Your toes not bleeding?
I'll be wearing flip-flops at the event.
Yeah. Well, leave a trail. If you follow the blood trail from the entrance of the house.
Well, I'm wearing shoes
you
right
could
now.
find Robert.
Trying to heal a wound on my foot. Should be good by then. And we can open up a brand new wound.
Get in the pool. It's all red. We'll know why. That's live. 2 stray cats adopted me when I moved to PR almost 2 years ago. Anyone move to PR, be ready to adopt strays. Thank you, Linda, for saving them.
You guys, anyone who moves, I want to just piggyback on this comment. You should adopt animals when you come to Puerto Rico. You're going to live here and it's going to be your home. Go ahead and adopt a cat or two or a dog or two.
There you go. Josue says, thank you. And here's the most special link of the night, the Apex link. Join it if you're not part of it so you can come to this event, or go pay the $200 and
I saw it even in the comments today. We've got some brand new Apex members.
yes, we do.
I think Mr. Robertson is brand new today.
Welcome back, Josue's mom. I came back after too. Great.
Nice.
That's awesome. Anna says, ah, ha, 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 ha. Mike says, Jack their credit card. Whose credit card are we jacking?
I
But
don't know.
I don't know, but let's go do it, Mike.
Hey, Anna, I went and looked at the house in
Oh, my
Isabella
God.
today. The realtor did reach out to us and send us a pin. We wouldn't pay half of what they're asking and feel good about it. So
Offer them $25,000, Anna, and I think I would go lower than that.
we might pay 50, but it's a disaster.
It's got a bunch of problems. It looks like it's got encroachment issues. I would move on. All right. Andres says, as an Apex member, do we get into this event for free? Yes, you do, Andres. So come over with your beloved and hang out. Here
And that
here
link
it is. The Apex link.
And that link will take you right to the discount code for the event. So that's a
There you
comment
go.
on there. It gives you all the instructions you need.
There you go. There you go. Video 1. Edwin here, flying from Colorado and bringing my HELOC blank check to jump into my first deal. That's awesome.
All right.
Good job.
That's what
Still
I'm
waiting
talking
to
about. It. Let's self-identify, guys. How many of you guys are bringing your checkbook to invest in deals with each other?
We might have to do a bigger tour then.
Maybe we
you
can
know
have
what?
an impromptu pitch. Everyone gets 5 minutes to pitch their deal, set on a timer,
I like that.
and then the Edwins of the room can be in the back writing checks.
You know what's amazing though? We started a community so that we could do more real estate, and we see it. And people are showing up who have money, and people are showing up who are tremendous operators. And then others like Emmanuel are showing up, and they're great finders. I mean, we've got a one-stop shop, and it doesn't matter at what level of the spectrum you're on. If you're trying to do your first deal, or you're trying to scale your business, or you're like me, you've been doing it for a while now, and you just want to send your money out to make more money. That's our group. I mean, that's what we've set out to have, and now we've got a couple hundred people in there. And the bigger the group gets, the more we can do, the better we can leave places. So it's freaking amazing.
That's awesome. Moving on. Manuel says, I'm a newbie San Juan local. And I see a lot of distressed homes in my neighborhood, but I don't know what to do. What would be the first approach to offer a deal, starting with knowing how to get the sales price? So he's looking for comps and how to approach his neighbors.
Yeah, I had this conversation with Anna yesterday where she took me through some properties that she's looking at, and we were just going through what would make it a good deal. And we have a course inside of the free account, right? And
It's inside the free. It's inside of Apex. It's a course that
everywhere.
guys, if you knew how that got made, there was a lot of yelling that day, but it got done. Don't say that. You say it like this. Oh, yeah. But so it's a free course. It's there. It's pretty short, but it's very to the point. And you see McKenna make calls live, which helps a lot. So a lot of people have been asking us to do calls live. You just got to go see that course, and then I also show you how to comp in Puerto Rico with the tools you have available. So go check out that course. If you're in the free flip-flop flippers in the classroom, if you're in Apex, it's also in the classroom section. So
and Manuel, we also talk about this in there, but we like the 70% rule. So if you can figure out what something in your neighborhood is worth in really good condition, multiply that by 70%, and then subtract off whatever it's going to cost to renovate it. If you want to be a wholesaler, then multiply it times 65%, subtract off the cost of renovations, and then you'll have a spread that you could sell it to someone else. If you can consistently buy real estate, guys, at 70 cents on the dollar after repairs, you're going to make money. You're going to be very successful at this. So that's what we like to do. We want to make money. We're real estate investors, guys.
And speaking of wholesaling and making money, me and Robert are wholesaling a house in the Villages right now. It's a $70,000 entry price, and that gets you a very nice home. I've got videos that I can send you. You could rent it for $2,600. It comes with a VA mortgage at 3.8%, $240,000. Your payment's like $1,800 after HOA, taxes, insurance, fees, all that jazz. If you're interested in that, reach out to us. Let us know.
There you go. And it's not even Tuesday, guys, and you already got thrown a deal.
There you go.
I know. Well, my buyer just backed out right now. So I'm like, okay, we got to sell it again before the end of the stream.
There you go. Jenica says, who were your biggest inspirations when getting into real estate investing? We all know yours.
I watched a guy named Carlton Sheets who did these late night infomercials and had testimonials from regular people saying that they bought a house with no money out of pocket. And I was young enough and dumb enough to believe them that it could be done. And lo and behold, I did it. That was, I give Carlton Sheets the credit, even though I never bought a course from him. I never met him, never spoke to him. But because he had those infomercials out there and gave me the confidence, I mean, I have 3,000 deals down the road from that.
Yeah.
Funny thing, years later, I bought a foreclosure
house, and I got Carlton Sheets courses inside of the house left behind. Wasn't a good sign. Maybe if I saw that first, I'd have been like, oh, this doesn't work. But yeah, Carlton Sheets was an inspiration for me. I grew up with watching a guy named Ron LeGrand. I think right now, I love Jerry Norton. I think Pace Morby does a great job. There's a really young guy who we really like. He's got and some people in our community came from his community. Richard.
Taylor.
What's Richard's last? Richard Taylor from Hold My Hand Wholesale. He's relentless, guys. He just sits on the phone and calls people, and he's a fun cat. He's a good guy to watch.
Yeah.
In any of them that are out there that are teaching it, I like the ones who have actually done it. So I prefer to have the guy that I'm learning from be someone who's doing something that I want to do. So that's why we tell you what we've done over the years. This is what we're doing in real time, and this is how we do it. And we talk about why it's not a theory for us. This is, for years and years, this is the life that I've lived. Now McKenna and Adon are both living it as well. So.
Hell yeah. Everybody bring your chancletas to the event. Definitely. And if you bring your chancletas, Robert will sign them.
Sure.
We just hit 200 people on Apex. That is very true, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out. Today is a marker day. We definitely have climbed over that hump.
That's pretty impressive. That's
pretty
amazing.
cool to see.
Yeah.
Moving on, Carlos. Abuela left in 50s trying to get my dad to get the papers on the farm in Juncos. Carlos, good luck. Hopefully you could do that.
Carlos, we one of our most viral videos ever is about this system that you're going through, this forced airship, and trying to get everybody to agree to do things. I pray that it goes well for you.
Yep. Anna says that's interesting. They should actually call you. Nope, she just texted.
Yeah, no, just straight on WhatsApp, no call.
On that note, she says when they post say text the agent, you should text or also call. Just do both.
Everything. Yeah.
Get them to talk.
Great question, Anna. So it is very hard to get real estate agents on the island of Puerto Rico to pick up the phone. So I like to call them and call them again, maybe because their phone was on block or silent or something. And then I'll text them, and then I call them a couple more times, and then I'll probably give up after that. But and then if I drive by it again and it's still for sale, then I do the same process. What's that?
I was having that issue today in Florida. I tried calling this agent 3-4 times. Can't get them to pick up the phone. They'll only text me. But the phone call is just way better. I think it brings a lot of clarity to these situations.
Conversations start everything, you guys.
Yeah.
Just whatever you're doing, if you can, and I know that we've gotten into this world where we've got WhatsApp and 90 other million ways to text each other and email each other. It's so powerful being able to talk to someone and hear their voice, or get on a Zoom and then you can see them. And actually it's even better if you can do that. But having these conversations, it's just amazing what can happen when you're having conversations. So, and it doesn't really matter what that is. We put a listing out on a job application, and we talked to a guy today that's in Louisiana, very near where we're buying 40 houses, who happens to be a wholesaler and a real estate investor. And we're talking to him about something completely unrelated. And we get to have this conversation about, hey, maybe you can help us sell these 40 houses. So having conversations back and forth rather than just texting is so much more powerful. All right. And they all said amen.
Amen.
Josue, I hope to buy when I touch down. We hope so, Josue.
Okay.
Todd says I'm number 200. What did I win?
Yeah, Todd, you get the applause of the day. You're the big winner.
You get access to the CRM and
you're invited to our event on the 19th.
McKenna,
we'll let you jump head first into the pool first.
That's pretty cool, though, that you're number 200. Wow, that's interesting. I love it.
Crim Property info includes sujeto de contribución, that amount subject to taxes, yes. Some are zero. Does it transfer when a new owner? Please explain the difference between. Well, he wins a cat. I like that one.
Sorry, Adon.
Ooh. You can have
Todd.
Todd. You get the next cat. My wife.
No, Todd. I have 2
gets the
dogs I
next
can give
cat.
you. You can take them with
And 2 dogs.
So when it says zero, sometimes I would imagine it's
Homestead.
yeah, because there's a law here. If it's your first home, you don't pay taxes on that first home. Anything after that, you're contributing taxes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So if it's your primary residence, first home,
Yeah.
nobody pays taxes, or
That's why we're in the shit show we're in.
that's weird. But then what happens when people die and stuff?
Es todo público.
Do the taxes start going then? And
I would imagine the family has to go and do a certification of a death or something like that, and then they have to start the process of the will, and it's a whole complicated thing.
every time a property is sold,
We
though,
need to bring somebody that actually can talk to the crim stuff.
yeah, I wonder who that. We'll
A
get
tax
that. That's a
lawyer,
good idea.
Tax lawyer or something.
Yeah. So, but every time something is sold, though, Crim House obviously gets paid. So
Yeah.
even though on the island it is a common practice, the taxes can go years without being paid. When those properties do finally sell, those taxes get paid.
Yeah. Everything we ever bought, you got to pay taxes on. Like everything we bought in the foreclosure sale, sometimes that's taxes.
Yeah.
What you find is that if the bank owns it, they're keeping the property current.
Generally,
Because if I'm selling a property to Robert and I haven't paid my taxes in the last 10 years, I have to pay my 10 years of taxes before I can sell any property to Robert. Or at the day of the closing, it has to be paid.
Yeah. What other properties that don't pay taxes, some historical stuff, a lot of historical stuff like in Old San Juan, you don't pay property taxes on that.
The bar Christopher Columbus drank at, you don't got to do that.
Because it's a historical site.
It's a historical bar. Video one says, where's the Villages? What part of PR? I think that's Florida.
Yeah, the Villages is outside of Orlando, Florida, Central Florida. So if you're looking at the map of Florida, it's like right in the center, near Ocala.
Anna, I love Carlton Sheets. There you go.
Me too.
Heather says, what's the best method when it comes to wholesaling vacant land to buyers or builders? That's a good one. Never heard.
What's the best method?
I like Heather. Yeah, I think that the best method is finding desirable farmland and growing cities, towns, any suburb of any major town. Go find a bunch of farmland, get the contract, and then I think the way that I would wholesale it to a buyer builder, maybe it's not even wholesaling. I would do the entitlement process. Buy it.
The most profitable portion of land flipping is entitlement process. Yeah.
Yeah. Make the plat map. And then once you have all of the approval from the city, then builders and buyers will jump on that stuff. They'd love to buy it from you. A lot of builders don't want to do the entitlement process, so you can make a lot of money by doing that process for them.
Yeah, and platted and entitled land is worth a tremendous amount more than farmland.
Yep, exactly.
It just is.
Andres says, I'm waiting to purchase a property to set up a long-term rental in PR. That's the way to do it, Andres. Tell us more about it once you got it under contract. Carlos says, I remember those infomercials on the Sci-Fi Channel, man. And I remember the Sci-Fi Channel.
They were always at 2 a.m, huh, Carlos?
Yeah. Mike says, ha. Andres says, where can I join the WhatsApp? If you are in Apex, it should be a pinned comment from McKenna that has the link through the WhatsApp. Just apply there. Carlos says, Satos para todo el mundo. Very true. And then, what's it say? Josue says, great timing on the 200. A lot of extras this month. Oh, yeah. Halifax guy, your subscribers and your live chat participants members are up. You bring You three bring value. Thanks. That's awesome. Thank you, Halifax guy.
Appreciate that.
Carlos says, I used to gig at the villages. Those old people can party. There you go. I like that one.
The Villages, guys, is party central for 55 and up. I mean, they're a wild bunch.
Now. We can all. Oh,
I can't. I'm still too young.
oh,
No, I'm still too young.
I just got confused.
Well,
Sorry,
hey guys,
Yep.
we've been going for over an hour
That is-
now.
That's the
and we're
last
out of
message. I don't
questions.
think we ever ran through them. Go ahead. Sorry.
You're good. Sorry, we're cutting in and out here. We are doing the Deal Maker Shark Tank tomorrow night. If you guys want to present a deal, I just put the link here in the chat. Would love to have you on. I'm going to make a post in Apex sometime tomorrow. Just respond to that post in order to come on the show. If you want to just watch, it's going to be here on YouTube. You can tune right back in, put it in your calendar. And then we've got the Thursday masterclass coming up this week as well. Any other announcements, guys?
Yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit it. Man, we're almost to 30,000. I think we'll be at like 27,000 subscribers by tomorrow. We love how that's growing, and that's where you can see, what do we got? 1,000 long content videos, a couple thousand
than
short
that.
content videos. We got a lot of videos out there,
Too much.
and more coming.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there is another announcement. I'm glad we were talking about YouTube. I just posted an interview with Mark Weesey, who is in Apex, and he
Yep.
just opened his hotel in San Juan. And so those of you that are going to come to the event, let's also hit up Mark, and maybe if he's got some vacancies, you could stay in his place too.
Yeah. Guys, again, if you haven't joined Apex, join Apex so you can go to this event. It's cheaper than buying the ticket, or just buy the ticket and then join Apex. I think that's
the best
better
way for us.
100%. So,
We do need a count though. I mean, so we'll probably have to have a cutoff at some point. Not yet, but maybe a few days before the event, because we'll want to make sure we have enough food and drinks and things like that. So
we'll just
let
have
us know you're
we'll just have
coming.
a line, and a bouncer.
A line and a
And let
bouncer.
everybody just do a quick tour, then kick them out.
All right. We'll have a
I'm
little
kidding, guys. We'll have a bouncer with a red what do you call those?
Yeah, a
Red
rope. A rope.
There you go. Crypto Tina says Hotel Luz, which is Mark's hotel. Just watched it. It's a really good interview. Mark's a really good guy.
He's a sharp guy, man.
Ruben
I don't know.
Riveras, where's the link for the July 19th event? Join Apex. Click this Apex link, or just pay the $200 for the event.
And
then
Eventbrite.
join.
Are both links there, McKenna? You want to post them again?
Yes. Let me put them here.
What's the free link for members? Tina asks.
Tina.
and
There's a
inside.
post about it on Apex.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the Eventbrite link if you're not an Apex member, and then let me get the Apex member link. This link here has all the info you need. If you're an Apex member, this will get you signed up for free.
Awesome.
But this
Guys.
won't take people that aren't Apex members into it.
What was that, Adon?
No.
Okay.
Thanks so much, guys, for the great questions and another Monday Night Live. What is this? Episode number 79?
I think so. 78.
78?
I
I'm
mean,
always
that's
one
pretty
ahead.
cool.
I don't know. I like to live fast, guys. I'm in the future already. We'll see you next week for episode 79, and we'll see you tomorrow night for Shark Tank.
awesome.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Don't
God
forget
bless.
to like the video.
This is Emmanuel, and in just 3 weeks, he found the deal of a lifetime, negotiated an offer, got it accepted, found the EMD from a third party, me, and then found the buyer to sell it. Now, how did he do all of that? He's a member of the Flip Flop Flipper Apex community. And inside of Apex, he was able to find the buyer who's an operator. He was able to find someone who wanted to put up the money, and he's got the deal of a lifetime done, and is going to make $40,000 on his very first deal. So if that sounds good to you, and you want to be like Emmanuel, comment Apex, and I'll send you the link.